Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your host Shivansh, and today we are going to escape this beautiful jungle style aquascape. For that purpose we are going to use black slim wood and some dragon stone. Along with that, the reason behind using dragon stone is that dragon stone is very easy to manipulate. That means आप बहुत easily इसको break down कर सकते हो and छोटे छोटे pieces पे तोड़ सकते हो. और उसके साथ black slim wood यूज़ कर रहे हैं हम. This slim wood I purchased from Chlorophyll Gurgaon earlier this year. To fix everything in position, we are using some instant glue. तो instant glue के साथ साथ मैं थोड़ा सा सिगरेट फिल्टर्स यूज़ कर रहा हूँ. सिगरेट फिल्टर्स मुझे पर्पसली मतलब ज़्यादा यूज़फुल लगे, और आप कॉटन भी यूज़ कर सकते हो. तो व्हाट वी आर डूइंग हियर, वी आर यूजिंग बिगर वुड पीसेस इन फ्रंट. तो उसका रीज़न ये है कि वी आर ट्राइंग टू गिव इट अ डेप्थ पर्सपेक्टिव. as you must have noticed earlier कि in sceneries and everywhere you see in nature, whatever appears closer to you is bigger in size, है ना. For example, अगर आप किसी straight road पे खड़े हो, so vehicles closer to you are obviously they look bigger, and the vehicles at a long distance appear smaller. So that's the reason we are using bigger wood pieces in front. और हम इसमें थोड़ी सी वुड पीसेस की लेयरिंग करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. मैं बस कोशिश कर सकता हूँ. आई एम नॉट श्योर व्हाट वुड बी द रिजल्ट बिकॉज आई एम नॉट अ प्रो येट. तो मैंने बेसिकली स्टार्टिंग में 3 वुड पीसेस विथ डिफरेंट हाइट एंड डिफरेंट विथ सिलेक्ट करे थे, और उसके बेसिस पे मैंने इनको प्लेस करा था. और मैंने डिटेलिंग रूट वुड भी परचेज़ करी थी फ्रॉम द सेम प्लेस, क्लोरोफिल गुड़गांव. और उसको थोड़ा सा डिटेलिंग के लिए फ्रॉम so that it looks like roots are coming out of these trees, we have used detailing root wood. So and obviously I'm using instant glue to fix everything in place. So it will take time to build this escape because it has like a lot of details in it. Along with that, I'll have to be very careful that about the how I'm going to maintain this as well, because I have to leave proper spaces. आपको भी इस चीज़ का ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि आप जब भी escape करें, keep that in mind कि how you are going to maintain it in future. So you'll have to leave spaces accordingly कि आप उसको साइड से क्लीन कर सके in future later on. After putting it in place, you can't remove it immediately. After days of hard work, you can't just remove everything. So उसका पूरा ध्यान रखें कि आप इन पीसेस को कैसे प्लेस कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज अगर आपने इनको बहुत क्लोजली पैक्ड प्लेस करा, so it will definitely cause a lot of trouble in future whenever it comes to maintenance. Somebody's got to put a lot of effort to maintain it. So keep that in mind before proceeding for aquascaping. You have to consider maintenance as well, because maintenance is as important as building an escape. So I think we have somehow completed it. Still I think कि यहाँ पे कुछ improvement चाहिए. So I think we are going to remove these I think this left hand side bigger piece needs to be removed. After looking it from in camera, I realized that कि left वाला piece is like a lot bigger than other pieces. So let's see how does it look now. I think it looks okay, but obviously as I said, this left piece looks a lot bigger. so definitely we are going to replace it with something else. Also, what mistake did I make earlier? I did not consider how I'm going to how I'm going to basically put soil in it. So उस purpose के लिए I had to chop off a lot of dragon stone from the base and sides. उसके बाद I replaced this left hand side big driftwood with a smaller piece, so that it looks smaller from front. Or we have used tons of detailing rootwood here, as you can see. Now we are going to place this rare moss. I purchased this moss from SWA. The plants from SWA are quite good. Also, the quantity is really nice. So I purchased around 100 pots from them earlier. This is Anubias Nana Petite, and we are going to use it somewhere in the in the front, so that I think it should be in the second layer, but initially I tried to place it in the first layer, which eventually I'm going to remove and place a bigger plant in here, like Anubias Barteri. So अभी मैं इसको प्लेस करके देख रहा हूँ. Let's see what results are there. So placing this is the easiest plant that you can plant in any aquascape, because it does not need to be placed in soil or anything. It just needs to be stuck somewhere in the water column. Yeah, now I'm going to replace it with Anubias Barteri. I have started putting some foam here and there. Not foam, sorry, this is filter floss. Filter floss, we are using filter floss so that it does not the soil does not come off from anywhere and mix with sand. Also, I had to take my clothes off because it has been a very long time that I've been working on this scape, and I wanted to feel free, very free. So I took my shirt off only, and so I removed it again and again and again, so that it was a disaster when I removed it third time, and I did regret it, but it eventually led to a good a very good solution कि soil कहीं से भी बाहर नहीं आ सकती थी अब. So I started putting this Tropica soil. I purchased it from a different location, a different distributor as well. So I purchased around, I think, 6 to 10 bags of it. Or I started placing some I used river sand in the in this scape. River sand is cheaper than if you buy EDA sand, that is like a lot costlier. But the texture it gives, it looks really nice. So we have already started placing this small pieces of stone. Now we are going to use Anubias Barteri variant Nano in front, so that it gives a perspective of that because of the size of the leaves. These leaves are bigger in compared to Anubias Petite. what I did, I put a lot of super glue on the sand, and then put another layer on top of it, so that वो sand इधर उधर हिले भी नहीं. Or also, if the soil mixes with it, if somehow soils come off during maintenance, then I can easily remove soil, and it will be very easy to maintain this way. Also, this will help for the sand to stay in its place, so it does not come to the front as well. And we have started planting some stem plants. This is a carnivorous plant, and we are going to use Rotala HRA in background. I'm just giving it a try, so that what if it looks red in the background and green in the front. Does it make any sense? I'm using giant hair grass. I don't know why, but I thought it would look cool if you see that these plants are having very thin grass like texture in the background, so it looks like there are thinner plants in the background. I am just giving it a try. I'm not sure what would be the result. Ugly step hai, we are just going to plant everywhere. So we are using a mix of TC plants and SWA plants here. I'm not sure ki results क्या होंगे, but obviously I'll be recording and giving voiceover later on, so I know the results after 2 to 3 weeks what has happened. So I'll give you a feedback about that. TC plants are the worst plants that I have ever used. These plants started rotting, and the roots rot away. They smell very foul. की smell ऐसी आ रही थी. It seemed like even after using ADA Super 4, it was smelling like sewage in the roots. When I looked into the scape, when I tried to smell, in fact I did the water change as I do with my every scape, but it didn't make any sense. So we are using new diffuser. I like them a lot. These are my favorite diffusers right now, because the micro bubbles they spread. Also, these are very easy to manipulate, not very very gentle like glass hardware, but these are made of, I think, polycarbonate or something, and very easy to use, very easy to manipulate in terms of how do you want to place them. And now we are going to top this off with water. I'm using water with a TDS of 60 ppm, and the light here is Chiros C2 WRGB obviously, and this glass is made by a friend of mine. I tried to do it a neo style. Thanks for watching the whole video. Please like, share and subscribe.